Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. I am Juanita Beauty, yours truly. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If you are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notify bell to be notified every time I post a video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I created this boho / goddess knotless braids, which I am obsessed with. This was my very first attempt and I'm so proud of how it turned out. So if you're interested, keep on watching. So last night I went ahead and washed my hair and braided it down. I actually saw this method on Instagram, so I decided to cut down on some time by pre-sectioning my hair. So here are the sections and the parts that I made. Also, here are some tools and products I used to achieve this look. I have a rat tail comb, a paddle brush, some hair ties, hair clips, scissors. I have some hair jam, which actually helps to make nice and clean parts. And I also have my Carol's Daughter product, the hair honey and the black vanilla leave-in conditioner. The braiding hair that I'm using is from the beauty supply store, but any pre-stretched braiding hair will work. So I went ahead and got started. So I'm going to show you guys the method that I use to create these knotless braids. First, I'm going to moisturize my hair using some leave-in conditioner to make my hair nice and soft. Then I'm taking the braiding hair and I'm going to divide the braiding hair into 3 different parts. You don't want the parts to be too big or else your braids are going to end up looking a lot larger. So this is about the size that you want to go with. Next, I'm going to add a decent amount of jam to this section. I'm actually placing the jam from root to ends. This way, the ends of my natural hair will blend in nicely with the braiding hair. Next, I'm dividing my hair into 3 sections and beginning the braid. I'm gripping my natural hair nice and tight because it will serve as an anchor for the braiding hair I'm about to add. After braiding my hair down about 1/2 inch, I'm grabbing my first piece of pre-sectioned hair. I'm gripping the hair between my middle finger, my pointer finger, and my thumb. I'm going to continue the braid motion while adding this piece of hair in. After braiding down about 1/2 inch again, I'm going to add the next piece of pre-sectioned braiding hair and braid it down the same way. When you've braided that piece of hair down about 1/2 inch, you're going to add your last piece of pre-stretched braiding hair and braid that all the way to the end. A good tip that I learned during this process is as you're adding the braid into the hair, make sure that you're pulling down gently, especially when you're braiding at the back of your head. The hair can easily get balled up or knotted if you don't. You'll definitely see what I mean if you choose to use this method. Once again, I'm going to start by moisturizing my hair, making sure I have my braiding hair already divided into 3 parts. I'm adding my jam from root to end, and then I'm going to begin braiding my natural hair down about 1/2 inch. Next, I'm going to be grabbing 1 piece of braiding hair between my middle finger, pointer finger, and thumb. And I'm adding that hair and continuing the braid while pulling down gently, and I'm going to do the same thing for all 3 pieces. Also, a good way to keep the braid nice and clean is to add a little bit of jam as you go. I'm not sure about you guys, but where I'm from, this style can range anywhere between $300 to $400 depending on who you go to. So I'm so happy I saved so much money by doing this myself. With some scissors, I'm cutting out any of the stray hairs that might be poking out of my braid. Careful not to actually cut my real hair. I went ahead and boiled some water and poured it into this plastic pitcher. I'm going to be placing my braids into the water in sections. This will help with sealing the braids so that they don't unravel over time. You want to make sure you leave your braids in for about 10 seconds. As I pull the braids out, I'm using a large towel to grab them. Make sure you do this pretty slowly. You don't want to end up burning yourself in the process. If you need to recruit a family member or a friend, please do so. Next, I'm taking some styling mousse. This one is from Cream of Nature, and I'm placing a handful over the top of my head and down my braids. This will help the braids to stay and prevent frizz. The curly hair I'm adding is by Freetress in the style GoGo Curl in the number 2. I'm using a crochet needle to add the hair in. I'm just selecting random braids all over my head. Because it's so hot outside, I didn't want too many extra pieces, just enough to give it the look. To crochet the hair in, I'm placing the needle through the braid, creating the loop, and then I'm pulling the curly hair through the loop about twice. Because the hair is so silky, you definitely want to make sure that you're pulling the knot nice and tight so the hair doesn't come loose. And that's it, beauties. Here is the finished product. I am so proud of myself. This was my very first attempt ever to do knotless braids, and I love it. It took about 7 hours, but I saved at least $300, and it was so worth it. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please make sure that you comment a purple heart below in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe to your girl. Make sure you stay safe, and as always, peace and love, and I'll see you in my next video.